Hey everybody, welcome back to Renee and Baby. We are finally back. Today we are going to be doing the baby update for baby Brayden. He's already a month old and I feel like the time is flying by so quick. But go ahead and stay tuned. He hasn't officially been introduced, but it is time for you all to meet my new baby, a part of the R&B Real fam. So I want you all to see him. He's shaking that lip. Say hi, buddy. Oh, hold your head. There we go. Say hi. Alright you guys, so this is Brayden and we're going to be doing an update on him today because he is 1 month old. So first and foremost, we went to the doctor and I recorded the whole entire appointment. That vlog will be up soon, showing his 1 month old appointment and how my excitement was because he gained weight, you guys. Y'all know that I had a hard time with Fatty when he was born. He was tongue-tied, couldn't latch on right to the boob. So he had a hard time gaining weight. So when Brayden was gaining weight, I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, the breast milk is working. When we went to his appointment, he was 9 pounds 8 ounces, you guys. He was born 6 pounds 6 ounces. So within 4 weeks, he gained a lot of weight. I'm not about to do the math in my head, but he gained plenty of weight. The doctor was like, oh my gosh, he's gained so much weight. He's such a good feeder, and everything like that. Oh, what are you looking at, buddy? What are you looking at? He also got longer. When he was born, he was 19 inches. When we went back for his 1 month old appointment, he was 21 inches. I don't know how in the heck he grew that long, but I believe it because his newborn clothes, they were fitting. However, now they kind of don't fit because of his length. Like, it's hard for me to snap them. They still fit him like around here, his belly and his shoulders and all of that. Like, I can get it over his head and all that. But when it comes to snapping it at the bottom, it's really snug, especially like when he has his diaper on, or if he pees, it's like the buttons are trying to pop open. So I have officially moved him up from newborn clothes to 0 to 3 month clothes. I don't know if you all noticed, but in the birth vlog, he was super light. Like, he was really light, and he has officially gotten some of his color in. They always tell you that if you look around the baby's ears, and if he let me look around their fingernails, it'll show the color that they're gonna be. There you go. So when you see the color around their nails, that shows how dark they're going to get. So yeah, he's officially gotten his color and he's looking like his mommy. Look at him, you guys. He looks just like me and Fat. It's crazy. I have compared baby pictures of Fatty and he's almost like an identical replica of Fatty, but just chunkier, and he has a few different features. But he almost looks just like Fatty. It's so crazy. He breastfeeds very frequently. I want to say every 1.5 hours to 2 hours. He was every 1.5 hours. Now he's starting to space it out every 2 hours. And here, like the past 3 or 4 days, he's actually been spacing it out about 3 hours. So I feel like he's getting more efficient with his breastfeeding. He's taking in more milk. His latch is amazing. But he does this little suckle thing where he'll come off the breast and then he'll like suck his lip, if that makes sense. He goes, like, he'll suck that top lip in. It's weird, but he does that, so I have to move my nipple away from him and then kind of drip a little bit of milk on his mouth for him to open it back up again. But he is very efficient with his breastfeeding, so I'm excited that he is not having any problems. His tongue was not tied. He literally has no problems with his breastfeeding. He is sleeping longer throughout the nights. At first, he was waking up every about 2.5 hours throughout the night and through the day. He was waking up like on the dot. But now, he's actually starting to space it out at night. I'm getting sleep, but my boobs are so full. So, he normally goes to sleep around, I want to say 10 or 11. He'll go back to sleep. and then he'll wake back up around 1 or 2, and then again at 5, and then again at like 8. So I mean, I'm getting sleep, but he's getting a lot more sleep than he was at first. And the last thing that I really think I need to update you all on is the fact that he has been admitted to the hospital already. Not even a week ago. Well, it was actually 1 week ago. I was having problems with him choking, which he was doing when we was in the hospital. It was like he was gagging or something. And they basically brushed it off and acted like that was just a part of him adjusting to being outside of my womb, him adjusting to being in the world, basically, and that his body would adjust and he would be fine. When I got home, he continued to do this little choke thing at least once to twice a day. He would just gag out of nowhere. If he was sleeping, sitting up, laying down, after feeding, a long time after feeding, it doesn't matter. Like, there wasn't anything that associated itself with it. So last week during the nighttime, I want to say it was about 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm talking about you. Yes, I am. It was about 2 or 3 in the morning, and he just started choking like back to back. He was like, I know I'm not doing a good imitation, but he was choking, and he was making a noise from where it seemed like he stopped breathing while he was choking. It was just so weird, and it had me so concerned. Took him to the hospital. They ended up admitting him. They did EKGs, ultrasound on his heart. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. Went to the emergency room. They said it's probably reflux, or it could be something else. So they wanted to narrow everything down because he had also started to have this little cough, and the cough had started that night right before we went to the hospital. So they did a little nose swab to see if he had any type of sicknesses or whooping cough, or if he had a cold or anything like that. They sent that to the labs. Then they also took blood work. They sent that to the labs. But they did the EKG. Then what did they do? Then they did an ultrasound on his heart because one of the nurses had heard a heart murmur. After the ultrasound, they did a x-ray. So I was just like overwhelmed because I was just like, oh my gosh, why are they doing all of this testing? What's going on? What aren't they telling me? I was starting to get panicky. I was starting to freak out. The doctor had came back to the room and was telling me all these different scenarios. They ended up admitting him into the hospital so that he could be observed and continue doing testing on him. They continued taking more and more blood. They did another x-ray. Then they did a swallow study and an upper GI. So there was just a lot that happened during this visit to the hospital that I thought they was really just going to send us right back home. But I wanted to make sure that he was safe, and I'm happy that they took it serious and did all of the testing on him. Although while it was happening, I was not happy about the testing because I was just like, just leave him alone. Like, he just doesn't want to be touched. Quit coming in here and playing with my baby, because it's also a teaching hospital that we went to. So it's like the doctors and the residents and the interns, and it was just too much. It was overwhelming. At one point, there was 8 doctors or interns or whatever inside of the room, and they all wanted to listen to the baby's heart with their stethoscope. I'm just like, y'all ain't never heard a heart murmur? Like, seriously? So it was just irritating. But I'm happy that they took it serious and they checked him out. And you guys, he only has acid reflux. So I'm excited that it was good. Well, not good news, but it could have been worse. What's the matter? I know. So yeah, I'm excited that it wasn't anything worse than acid reflux, because that could be treated with medicine. Y'all know I've dealt with way worse than just acid reflux. Raylan had so much going on that I didn't even put in the videos all of the health conditions that she had. It was just so much. So yeah, I was like, acid reflux, I'll take it. Take it for 100, Alex. Like, pass it on over here. We can put him on medicine. He can take that medicine and it'll eventually go away on its own. So I'm just like, okay, bomb, cha-ching. Like, because they had me worried because they were talking about his heart murmur and whether or not he had a hole in the heart. And it was just crazy because I thought he was going to have some type of a heart problem. And I'm just like, hold on. I brought my baby here because he was choking. I didn't know he was going to have a full-blown heart problem. But they ended up narrowing that down and everything is fine. So happy about that. But yeah, I'm happy that I got to share this experience with you all, and that I can keep on taking y'all on the journey as this little as this little rascal gets older and older. Make sure you all stay tuned for my postpartum update, because that will be a separate video because I have so much to talk about. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. If it is already posted, I will put an eye up in this little corner so that you all can go check that video out right now. Alright, you guys, we'll see you all next time for another new video or update or vlog. Alright, peace.